Oh, it's a great topic, that divorce. And the favorite call I make is when I call Jarrod Oxendine, because it's not about divorce. It's about talking about how we can help you should you face that. And Jarrod, during the holidays, do you get a lot of divorces?
Good morning, X. So thankfully, right before the holidays, things start to slow down a little bit, which is probably a good thing. You know, it's nice for us to take a step back and relax because we're busy all year long. But it's also probably a good thing that people don't start divorces right before Christmas. But I'll say there's a lot of people that have the holiday hangover, right? They've already got Thanksgiving behind them, and that was stressful, and now Christmas is about to happen. So January, usually we open the floodgates.
Oh, so I'm surprised that people, they don't try to twist the knife by putting it like in a box under the tree. Like, congratulations.
Yeah.
Call Jarrod.
I didn't know there was a season for divorce.
Well, you know, I've got a Thanksgiving story. You know, I think we just got Thanksgiving behind us. I mean, literally, I had this client a couple years ago where they were hosting Thanksgiving, and it was mostly the wife's side of the family that was coming over to his house, and he just did not like his in-laws, and he was dreading it. So he actually told his wife, knowing that this would probably do the trick and get Thanksgiving moved to her parents' house. He said, "Hey, my mom's coming in from Florida, you know, last minute. You know, she'll be coming on Thanksgiving Day, so just want to give you a heads up on that." Well, wife doesn't like the mother-in-law, so she moves Thanksgiving to her parents' house. Thanksgiving morning comes, it's time to go to the in-laws. He said, "Oh, my mom's running late. I'm just going to hang here till she gets here." She goes ahead and leaves. He never shows up for Thanksgiving. She comes back home. He's sitting on the couch with a beer watching football. She's like, "You know, what the heck, man? You know, you didn't show up." He's like, you know, I just decided to hang. You know, my mom just couldn't make it, so I decided I wouldn't go. She never was coming anyway. He had the most peaceful, enjoyable Thanksgiving he had ever had. He lied to his wife. His mom was never coming. He used it as an excuse just to get, I guess, about 6 hours apiece.
Wow, well played. Well, if you're contemplating divorce, it is a serious topic, but man, there is one guy you want to call. It's Jarrod Oxendine. The site is oxlawfirm.com. Jarrod, what is the craziest reason that you've ever been given? Like when someone comes to you and they say, "I need to get a divorce," what's the most outlandish reason?
So the first story that immediately comes to mind actually was over a football game, believe it or not. So wife's an Alabama fan, husband's an Auburn fan, and it's the Iron Bowl game. So it's Alabama versus Auburn. And Auburn's beating Alabama this year, and husband's rubbing it in, and wife is getting pissed. Like, she is mad. And he's rubbing it in. So halftime comes, Auburn's up. He goes to the back porch to start grilling out, and she literally locks him out of the house and does not let him back in.
For the whole game?
And he misses almost the entire second half. And she was mad, but she halfway was doing it jokingly, but he did not appreciate the joke. And it was just an avalanche from there. They started arguing over stuff back to their honeymoon days, and they never recovered from it. Honest, true story. If you ask both those people right now to this day, they would tell you that's what sparked their divorce.
And then they went through it. They got divorced, the whole thing.
They did. They certainly did. And as far as I know, they did not get remarried. But obviously, when stuff like that happens, it's signs that there are other problems going on, right? But I mean, that was the straw that broke the camel's back. I mean, these were hardcore football fans, hardcore Auburn and Alabama fans, and he did not appreciate that joke.
For some reason, I do believe that, Auburn-Alabama, that rivalry. I have a question for you, though, because I think I know the answer, but what is like the biggest betrayal story that you have?
Ooh.
Biggest betrayal.
Yeah, so this one's kind of unfortunate. This is a adultery story, and I'll kind of make it short and to the point. But, you know, sometimes women have tuition, right? They have the intuition. And she suspects her husband is having an affair. She doesn't really know for sure. She doesn't have any evidence, but she can just tell by the way he's acting, and, you know, he's distant and he's not where he says he's going to be. So she starts investigating, and she's confiding in her sister about this the entire time. Like, her sister is like her support blanket, and she's leaning on her sister for advice and, you know, sharing her concerns with her sister. So long story short, she just decides to follow him one day, and guess where he's at?
Where?
He's at the sister's house. He was having an affair with his sister-in-law, and all the while this is going on, wife is confiding in her sister about the affair that she's having with her husband.
Oh, man.
She needed to get a divorce from her sister.
So what happened when everything met together and everyone realized it?
Well, it obviously tore the family apart. I mean, you know, needless to say, wife is no longer, you know, friends with her sister. And I think that after that divorce, I'm pretty sure the husband and the sister continued the relationship. I don't think they ended up getting married. But obviously that tore that entire family apart. So it's pretty unfortunate. You wouldn't think stuff like that happens, but guess what? It does.
Damn.
That's awful. That is awful.
And those second one, the cheater one, those never seem to last.
The ripple effect.
Yeah, and it makes you wonder. I mean, if he was cheating with the sister-in-law, I mean, how many other people did he,
That's
cheat on
true,
his
too.
wife with?
Yes.
Usually it's a pattern, Usually people don't just do it one time and stop. They have to keep going. So who knows? We never got to the bottom of that. We actually were able to settle that case pretty quickly, represent the wife on that case.
And that's lazy cheating. I mean, if you're just looking over and going, hey,
Lazy
there's
cheating.
the sister.
Yeah.
Hey, you wanna?
Yeah, move outside the family if you're going to do it right. There's a lot of other people out there. I don't know why you'd want to upset the apple cart. That's an easy way to get caught too, right? Especially if your wife is best friends with her sister. I mean, come on, dude.
You said it's kind of slow this time of year, but have you ever had like that emergency call, like Christmas Eve or Christmas Day?
I've had it on December 26th.
Right after?
Christmas Day. So usually we're closed like Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, so we're not taking any phone calls. But I mean, yes, there are plenty. So unfortunately, holidays are stressful. And like the crime rate goes up during the holidays, right? I mean, the suicide rate goes up during the holidays. Family violence rates go up during the holidays. So actually, police officers and, firemen, I mean, they are super busy during the holidays, unfortunately, because holidays lead to stressful situations. So absolutely, there's emergencies that are going on the holidays. People get into altercations, people get into fights, and that lends itself to people getting arrested and going to jail, and it certainly ends up with people getting divorced. So I hate that. I hate to bring the gloomy, sign to the season. We can get this a little upbeat. I hope everybody has a wonderful Christmas, and a happy New Year. And, if you find yourself in a stressful situation, my best advice for you is take a step back, right? I mean, do not stoke the flame. If somebody's trying to bait you and get you agitated during the holidays, take a step back, be the bigger person. Don't stoop to their level and just get through it and then give us a call and we'll take care of the rest.
Yeah, I was going to say, but if that doesn't work out, oxlawfirm.com. Jarrod, thank you and happy holidays.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas, happy holidays, happy New Year.
The Morning X with Barnes and Leslie. 99X.